Hi guys, it's me. Sorry about the door banging next, just Emma. Just finished the live, so I'm going to do some stories in the day. Got one about the travellers. We used to go to the raves, we used to go to Redcar Fest. We go over there, go on the clubs and the night clubs and night in Redcar. And we used to go to a place called Manhattan's. Now, what happened now was that I went to a darts match years and years when I was 16. And there was a traveller there, a big tall lad. He was taller than me, so I was only probably about 5'10" then. I was at my Uncle Tam's staying for the weekend. And there was a darts match on. You paid a couple of pounds to go. It was great eating when you go there. It's a darts match with a pub in Redcar with the other pub in Great Ayton. And it was darts and pool. It wasn't me, I just went with a lad called Jeff Wyman, the Wymans from Redcar. So we went out for the night and I was just drinking orange and water, and this traveller was there. He was a fucking bully. He was from up near Gisborne way, up that way. Big family of them, all known for shotguns, all known for like threatening people with firearms and that. They used to do all the rabbit and stuff and the lamping. So I met this boxing dude, my Uncle Tam. He couldn't come. He'd lost his money on the horses that day. He was skint. So I thought I might as well go, so I paid the £2. Yeah, I was there. I was 16-year-old. He was about maybe 21, 22, maybe 23, maybe even more than me. So anyway, big fucking lad and a good fighter, and his dad was and his brother. Anyway, they're up there. He's just on his own this night, but he's like bullying a few people, and me and Jeff and a few other people, he's bullying us. Anyway, he said, I don't like you to me. I went, all right, mate. And I went, and you couldn't beat him. I had no chance. The size of him to me, I was probably about 12 stone at the time, about 5'10". You don't stop growing, you're 21, I was only a kid. So anyway, he bullied me that night, and I remember forgetting me, he had the wax coat, he had one of them on. I think a green one. He had a hat on, and he had army type trousers and boots, them Dublins, I think they call them. He had them proper, just like a proper gypsy, proper travelling lad from up that way. So anyway, he pushed me out of the way and he threw a drink at my face. I got swilled by about half a pint of beer. So anyway, we were going back on the bus and I fucking raging. I couldn't do that about it. I never said that to him Uncle Tam because I didn't want him getting in trouble. So he'd probably beat him up. So anyway, I goes home and we're coming back on the way home, and it was that murderer was out. You remember the one in Hartlepool? He was a karate expert and he was up for raping and murdering people and robbed them. He was up. So we got dropped in the town centre. We went to the Starlight, the nightclub, and it was called Silk. That was called Silk later on, but it was called the Starlight. So we went in there, and my Uncle Jerry was in there because my uncles lived there, and we were in there and the night. Anyway, we started to decide to walk home. It was about 2 miles to go home where we lived. And as we walked up the road, it was dark, like 3 in the morning, something cold. And I wanted a wee, and I went in the bushes for a wee, and this cop woman pulled up and went, "You dirty, filthy animal." I said, "Look, I'm sorry, love, I couldn't hold it anymore. I've been out drinking orange and water." I said, but anyway, she said, "You drunk this on it and smell the drink from me." I said, "No, that somebody threw a drink around me." Anyway, the next one, she's phoned the backup neighbour come. They locked me up for drunk disorderly. I don't know fuck how long. I was 16-year-old, fucking done that wrong. Anyway, next minute, I get locked up. Anyway, I goes to the gets home, and so the old times I was staying it is. It was early hours in the morning, got home. That is out about 6 in the morning, I think it was. So I goes home. Anyway, years later, I think it was called the Yorkshire Cobble, the pub. Was the Yorkshire Cobble? I think it was called that one, I'm not sure. It's the one on where the race course is. I think it's called that. Or the Lobster. It might be the Lobster, sorry, the Lobster. I think she was the Lobster, yeah. I think Emma worked in there for a while. So this was me, at 26-year-old now, 10 years later. He still looked the same, big lump, and I was a fucking monster lump now. So he was, whatever fucking weight he was, I was only 12 stone, so he was about 17, 18 stone. I was now 24 stone. He goes in the pub, and it's like a pub where everyone plays pool, loads of pool tables, snooker tables. It was a Saturday afternoon, and he was sat here with his dad and his brother. "You remember me, you cunt? You remember me, the 16-year-old little kid you bullied that Great Ayton, you threw the drink in my face. You didn't like me," he said. "Well, now fucking do it. It's 10 years later now." So he gets up and he says, "Oh, then." So he tries to have a shot with me and moves out the way, and I caught him in the left of the head then. He fell. And it was like leather seats, them seats you can sit on in the pubs. Sometimes they're like a leather in the corner. And it went all the way around in a corner like that, a seat, leather, red, Oxford, but blood colour red. So I bit him this left out to his face here and dropped him, and then as he's going down on the seat, I've hit my pen and then I just fucking went through straight down the middle. I don't usually throw left jabs as much, but I did. I bust all his nose and split all his eye. Made it, you know, bang, 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 bang. My hands was lightning speed then. 24-year-old, strongest I've ever been. 24 to about 32. But that was me at the peak of my pinnacle. That was me, like, you know, this is me at the top of my game. He didn't stand a fucking chance. Anyway, I give him it. The juice where I fucking was. The dad and the brother, and they just backed off and their asses went. Now, years later, there used to be a man called Thorpe. He was a tattooist. And he was dying, he had cancer. We went and seen him. I went with a lad called Dickie Dido, another traveller from Saltburn. And he tells me the story. Dido was there actually. He said, he said, do you know them? He told me the names. I won't mention his name. And he said, they're going to shoot you, you know. I said, you ain't going to shoot me? He said, when you used to go to Manhattan's, they'd seen you going in because they used to go to another club a couple of doors away. And they're watching you. And they're watching you get up the causeways. You put the car in the front seat front and you walk across the road this way and go into the club and come out. And you'd probably come out on your own most of the time, or maybe 1 or 2 people with you. But you usually just be on your own. So you come out, they were hiding down the, what you can do is you can walk off the seafront, you can walk down, there's a wall there, they were stood down there, 3 of them, waiting for me with shotguns. They had a van, put the shotguns in a van, they left them, and when everyone was coming out, they went over there, but you couldn't see them because it's under the seafront, you can see it's like all the water and that stuff goes there. There's a full tide in, they're waiting for to shoot me there, the 3 of them. Anyway, fucking I come out, and I had about fucking 10 lads with us, just the one off, they all said, oh, we're all going to such and such. We'll go to the Eclipse for you, so they all come out, loads of lads from there. People like Peter Owen, all them were there, but we didn't know these are waiting. But anyway, I've come out, and they've seen me, and went, oh, fucking hell, got all them with them. What happens, what about, remember the house, where they've got the Hammer House of Horrors in Middlesbrough, they all attacked me loads. We said, what if it goes wrong? What if he fucking gets the gun? And then their asses went, so they went and got the fucking, they waited for us going. And then they went back to the cars, the van, put the shotguns in, and went back up towards Gisborough way. Never said nothing, but he told me the story because they told him. And they told him, I won't mention the names, but they know. And one of them's passed away now. And Thorpe, I'm telling you, because I can tell his name, Thorpe, he was a tattoo house. He lived just before Gisborough. You could go left, and there was like a little track. You could go down, he had a caravan there with a big warehouse. And he told me the story there about them coming to shoot me. It just shows you that sometimes you're lucky. So if I went on my own that night, I'd probably got shot. So just another story in a day. Okay, guys, thanks for listening to me. I'll speak to you again soon.